All right? We'll go to the book of Numbers, chapter 13. Got a bit of reading to do, but not much to say after that. Numbers chapter 13. Before I start reading, I want to tell you this, which you already know, but to get you to this point. When God brought the children of Israel out of Egypt and brought them through the wilderness, and he was going to take them into the promised land, he told them, I'm going to give you houses that you didn't have to build. I'm going to give you vineyards that you didn't have to plant. I'm going to give you fields and crops and all these things that you didn't even have to work for. They're just things, I'm going to give these things to you. And that was part of the promised land. They would have went in. Had they done what God said originally, they would have went in. God would have went before them. They would have taken the land. They could have just moved in and everything would have been ready for them. We find out later, after they had to wander for 40 more years, they had to fight for everything that they got. But at the beginning, when they first were going to go into the promised land, God was just going to give it to them. So I want you to remember that as we get into this. And Numbers 13, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the commandment of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel. And then it gives the names. I'm going to skip to verse 17. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up into the mountain, and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many. And what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds. And what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not, and be ye of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto Rehob, as men come to Hamath. And they ascended by the south, and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman and Sheshai and Talmai, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. And they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff. And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. The place was called the brook Eshcol, because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moses and Aaron, and to all the congregation of the children of Israel, unto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them, and unto all the congregation, and shewed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, We came into the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it. But the men that went up with him said, We be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, The land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so were we in their sight. In chapter 14, verse 1, And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. Good, verse 11. And the Lord said unto Moses, How long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me for all the signs which I have shown among them? Verse 22, because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles, which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tempted me now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice, surely they shall not see the land which I swear unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoked me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him, and hath followed me fully, him will I bring into the land whereunto he went, and his seed shall possess it. Verse 28, say unto them, as truly as I live, saith the Lord, as ye have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Doubtless ye shall not come into the land concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua the son of Nun. Verse 39. And Moses told these things unto all the children of Israel, and the people mourned greatly. And they rose up early in the morning, and gat them up unto the top of the mountain, saying, Lo, we be here, and will go up into the place which the Lord hath promised, for we have sinned. And Moses said, Wherefore now do ye transgress the commandment of the Lord, but it shall not prosper? Go not up, for the Lord is not among you, that ye be not smitten before your enemies. For the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and ye shall fall by the sword, because ye are turned away from the Lord. Therefore the Lord will not be with you. But they presumed to go up unto the hilltop. Nevertheless the ark of the covenant of the Lord and Moses departed not out of the camp. Then the Amalekites came down, and the Canaanites which dwelt in that hill, and smote them, and discomfited them, even unto Hormah. And that's all I'm going to read. And as I said, I don't have a lot to say. God promised them something. This was their inheritance. This is what God said he would give them. If you go back and you read through all of this account from the time they left Egypt till they finally made it, he said in one place he would send hornets before them to drive the people out. And they could have just walked right in and received what it was that God had for them. And I already said this, but I want to say it again. Houses they didn't build, vineyards they didn't plant, crops. Everything was ready for them. They could have went right in and had a good life from the very beginning without a lot of toil and labor and fighting and everything like that. The big thing here is God said, I give you this land. So then when they went and looked at the land, and they said, surely it's a good land. It's a land of milk and honey. They brought back a cluster of grapes that it took 2 guys to carry on a stick between them. That's how much fruit there was, how the land produced, and all that kind of thing. But they saw the giants there. They saw the Philistines, and they saw the Amalekites, and they saw these, and they saw that, and they forgot that God said, I'm going to give you that. And they went by what they could physically perceive. They went by what they could physically see. They went by their own thoughts and their own intuition and all those things. And because of that, they said, we can't have this. We can't go in there and get this because all this is against us. And so they were told that because they continued to disbelieve God and were disobedient to God and didn't go and do what God had told them to do, that they would not enter in, that their carcasses would fall in the wilderness. Then all of a sudden they wanted to go. So they got up and said, we'll go. And Moses told them, it's too late now.